We can talk to the adventurer now, Nick Wilson, who last year became the first disabled person to climb Snowdon. Nick, good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us. Just after watching that film, knowing kind of the difficulties you had in your first attempts to climb Snowdon, you can relate to a lot of what was said there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, adventures, not all adventures are going up a mountain. But yeah, the whole point of doing that was to show how technology can help to overcome accessibility obstacles. And so many face, you know, even in my time, since being a chair user since 2023, if there's no drop curb, you might be in a £14,000 power chair, but you can't get down a 6-7 centimetre curb. You end up going all the way around or just going home because you can't even get into the high street. So when you experience that level every day, to be able to actually get out into nature, you know, that is, the lady said it, it's you can't describe it. It's really difficult to find the right words because of how much it means.
Yeah, morning to you, Nick. It's Charlie here in the studio. That was Kate, actually. I think we all sort of listened very carefully when she said that. She's there, she's out, you know, and she's loving that moment. She said, "It makes me feel at one with the world." And I guess for a lot of people, it is quite hard to put yourself in that position to grasp the significance of doing something that for other people just feels like something you can do routinely without any thought process.
Yeah, absolutely. If you haven't got wheelchairs on your radar, like if it doesn't impact your life, if you haven't got a friend in a chair, I've started doing these challenges where I get non-disabled people to ride in my chair. Claire Balding did it a couple of weeks ago for a BBC Ramblings episode that I did with her. And what she learned from that was massive. So people don't understand it. I didn't understand it fully until I was in the chair facing it. It even goes to the length of me being able to get outdoors has literally saved my life. Accessibility it's become too formal. It is about accessing venues and getting outdoors and things like that. But it's also about enabling people to have fun. It's about enabling people to make memories. So when you are having really difficult times, then you've got these memories to hold on to. And so, yeah, imagine if you go enjoy walking around the park. Imagine if you now couldn't do that, you know? Next time when people are walking around this weekend, going up the high street, look at how many shops, how many businesses have a step and think you can't access anywhere unless it's step free, and that might start showing you, giving you an idea of what it's like.
Nick, how receptive are national parks to changes such as, you know, if I go walking, I'm always very mindful of closing stiles behind me, and, you know, and obviously some you have to climb over. How receptive are they to changing those bits of infrastructure to accommodate and to allow people who are in wheelchairs to enjoy the countryside equally?
Very, to be honest. You know, I started creating accessibility videos last year. I'm now working with National Trust, National Trails UK. National Trails UK have just opened a 2-kilometre boardwalk in Brancaster in Norfolk that I visited a couple of weeks ago. It's stunning, right along the coastline. 2 kilometres of this gorgeous boardwalk. It's about money, let's be honest. And let's be honest, the country doesn't have much of that right now. So there are difficulties, but it's not just on national trails or outdoor places to do things. They can do stuff, but we also need the right wheelchairs. Yeah. You know, that group are about scooters. Scooters are cheaper. They can handle more all-terrains and rougher terrains. When you're in a wheelchair, completely different matter altogether. And, you know, I had the right equipment made for me, and it enabled me to do a solo ascent of Snowdon. but we're trying to get places to have all-terrain mobility kit so that people can use the kit to be able to access the grounds. So it's two ways. And that's part of my job as patron of the Wheelchair Alliance is let's help people to have the right kit for the right time right now. Because most of the chairs given by Wheelchair Services, for example, it's about making them independent in the house. It's not about accessing the outdoors. So we're getting there, but there's more to do.
Absolutely, you make great points. Nick, thanks so much. Good to talk to you. Nick Wilson, adventurer there.